I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. Basically, Brian Flores and his defense chooses violence, dog. And I'm here for it, and I love it, dog. They should choose violence. You hear me? Yeah. Knowing Brian Flores, they will choose violence. And like I said, I'm glad to hear it, man. That's what they're gonna need, huh? They need to play with great physicality, speed, awareness, etc. But violence, that's what they definitely need, dog. Aggression, etc. We know the tragedy they struck. Kyrie Jackson, rest in peace, Kyrie Jackson, right? The injury to Makai Blackman. Brian Flores, he's really worked up or was really worked up about it, man. Heard about it, dog. You can tell in his most recent presser, he was really hurting, feeling down, huh? But good thing about Brian Flores, he knows he has to keep pushing, dog, not just for himself, but for his guys, his players. You hear me? They're going to count on him. He will count on them. But he has to put them in the best position to win, to perform at at the highest level, reach their maximum potential, right? Heavy schemes, playbook, etc., packages, etc. Huh? Brian Flores, he's going to do just that. He's going to do that, just that, no cap. You saw what he did last season. If anybody can turn a defense around, injuries and all, portions in the secondary and all, one thing about it, them boys going to show up and them boys going to fight and play here. Brian Flores has already shown his genius. He's only 2 years in. He's 2 years in, back-to-back seasons. Watch him work. You know how they say, let Kwesi cook? Well, let Brian Flores work, huh? The time is now. And I'm sure Brian Flores has a lot of aggression, a lot of energy pent up, a lot of thoughts, emotions, huh? And he's going to turn that into brilliance. I guarantee it. Turn them into brilliance, dog. No cap, you hear me? That's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? Brian Flores has the mind, the great defensive mind to do that, to do just that, no matter the circumstances, man. Yes, losing Kyrie is a tough, sad situation. Rest in peace, Kyrie. Losing Makai Blackman, etc., man. Tough situations, but if anybody can adapt, it is Brian Flores. And his players will follow, right, if they're led correctly. You hear me? Hands down, man down 1,000, huh? But the news is, the speculations, the word is that they're violent. They have chosen violence. I love it, man. I love it, huh? Immense pressure. So I want to hear about last season this, last season that, dog. They couldn't get pressure. They couldn't apply pressure, get to the quarterback. It's a total new season, a whole new ball game, huh? Yeah, man. A whole new ball game, dog. We know how the NFL go. And like I always say, we talk about teams with the most chemistry, huh? The most cohesion, the most number of years together. You got to put the Vikings up there as one of those teams, dog. Huh? They talk about it all the time, especially the offensive line, the chemistry, how long they've been playing beside each other, true brotherhood, trust, communication. We're going to see, homie. Just how much chemistry it really is, how much trust and understanding it really is, huh? Heavy. But Brian Flores, he gonna have them boys ready. With a chip on their shoulder. Huh? That's the thing about it. And they're playing for something. They're playing for Kyrie, huh? Yeah. If they're really focusing for Kyrie and zone in, what? Sky's the limit. Matter of fact, there's no limit for them boys, man. Big SKOL here, SKOL Vikes forever. Win, lose, or draw. You know what it is. You know the vibes, huh? Here, real here, man. Let's get real. Be real, man. Let me get into the article in a second. But shout out, respect Brian Flores, dog. Huh? He continues to battle, continues to push, homie. That's what it's about. But you gotta love. That's what he brings to the table, dog. That's what he brings to the table. Even with all the questions about the trenches, lack of talent, big boys in the trenches, I believe in Flores enough. To have them boys ready, playing hard ball, playing physical ball. They're going to do that, and they're going to be violent. They were really violent last year. They just didn't have the right personnel, homie. Just what it is. No cap, no way around it. This year, though, I'm sure the defense isn't where he wants it to be personnel-wise, but they have enough. They have improved. That's the main goal, huh? Year in, year out. You hear me? Year in, year out. You dig me, dog? That's what it's about, man. I'm excited about Flores to see what Flores does with this new defense, the new schemes, the blitz packages. I heard he's dialing them up. dialing them up, making it difficult for quarterbacks, homie. Difficult. And these are, his quarterbacks, same team. Think about the opposition. Huh? Think about what he will do to confuse the opposition, homie. Yeah. Very excited. Let's get to the article, man. Yeah. Let's get it, man. We love it. We love it here. Yeah. Let's get it. Believe that. 1 second, man. Here we go. We on? Yeah, we on. The Vikings defense is making things difficult on their quarterbacks, but that's probably a good thing. No cap. Who is this? Christopher Gates. Christopher Gates, huh? Let's shout out and see if we should shout out Christopher Gates, man. The top of the depth chart at quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings looks a lot different this year, with Sam Darnold currently working as QB1 and first-round pick J.J. McCarthy working into the rotation behind him. So how are they doing the first? Excuse me. So how are they doing through the first week of training camp practices? Well, as Kevin Seifert of ESPN is reporting, it's kind of hard to tell because Brian Flores is making them work for pretty much everything. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Man sharpen man, iron sharpen iron. Though. But I'm glad Flores is making them work. Probably making them work more than last year, dog. I love it. Let's get it. He's getting in the rhythm. He's getting in the groove, dog. Oh, Brian Flores is going to bring it heavy. His defense is going to bring it heavy. Believe that. I stand on that 10 toes. You hear me? He had looked okay, but honestly, the hardest thing about judging any of the Vikings QBs is that Brian Flores' defense has chosen violence. You hear what he said? The Brian Flores defense has chose violence, dog. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want him to be about. Run across the field, fly high in the sky, and be violent. Be violent. Be violent. Bring that pain, dog. Bring it to them boys heavy, dog. You hear? From the very first snap. Lots of different blitzes up front and personnel groupings in back. Very disruptive. Very disruptive, homie. Man, dog. This defense has the potential to be real different, dog. To be top 10 for real. Some may call last year a fluke, but what about this year, dog? Disruptive. Lots of different blitzes up front, personnel. So he's learning his personnel. Not only that, taking time learning which position to put his personnel in, my boy. You hear me, dog? It's very imperative, dog. Key information, homie. Oh, yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. When asked on Twitter about how McCarthy has looked so far in practices, responded that Flores and the Vikings defense have chosen violence when it comes to what they have been doing in team drills in the early stages of camp. I believe this is a way of saying that the defense is pretty much throwing the kitchen sink at McCarthy, Darnold, and whoever else the Vikings line up at quarterback in attempts to increase their stress levels in preparation for the 2024 season. And that's how you do it. Once again, man sharpen man, iron sharpen iron, huh? Throw the sink at them. Throw the sink at them, dog. Make them learn. Make them work. Make them sweat. That's good for McCarthy and Darnold. No matter who the starter is, huh? We saw the same thing last year, similar, but I'm sure Flores has turned it up this training camp, huh? I hope he has. It's only gonna make the team better, sharpen everybody's skills. If that's the case, then hearing that McCarthy has at least been okay against the team defense so far is encouraging. As we spent much of last season pointing out, no team in the NFL blitzed more than the Vikings did in 2023. And if the team's quarterbacks and offensive line can handle what Flores is throwing at them, that should be a positive indicator for facing teams that might not be as aggressive when it comes to getting after opposing quarterbacks. Like I say, it's going to help everybody. Help everybody, big dog. No cap, huh? Obviously, we don't know the full extent of what's happening at training camp to this point because the team has been a bit tight-lipped about what's happening on the field. But from the limited reporting we have received, things sound positive so far. In less than 2 weeks, we finally get a little bit of an idea of how things are going when the Vikings host the Las Vegas Raiders at US Bank Stadium in their 2024 preseason opener, huh? Yeah. Do you hear me, baby? Give me a SKOL VIKES. Give me a SKOL VIKES, my boy. My girl, too. You hear me? No matter what you are. SKOL VIKES, huh? SKOL territory, baby. Man, preseason right around the corner. Preseason right around the corner. You smell it? You love it? You smell it? You love it? Oh, man. But Flores, what more can you say? Exactly. Pretty much what we expected, what we expect as fans. Sounds like he just turned it up a notch. Turned it up a notch, dog. It's on in. Play for Kyrie. Play for Kyrie, man. Let me know how you feel about the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell, huh? Takes less than 1 second, man. Support the grind. Support the channel. SKOL Vikes forever, man. Win, lose, or draw heavy. Yeah.